Holy heck, we just checked out Justice League. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Trent.
And we are movie nerds. If this is your first time here and you want to know a little bit more about movies, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything here at Movie Nerds.
Okay guys, so the basic premise of the movie, Batman and Wonder Woman are putting a team of heroes together to try and save the world from this unspeakable evil from a distant planet in Steppenwolf and the Parademons.
That's pretty much it.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Superman's dead, or is he? We don't know. But what do you think of the movie?
Now, I actually liked it. This is the first DC movie I've liked ever. And it's... Ever.
Right. Fair enough.
Well, from the DCEU, not the old stuff. The old stuff's
That's right.
fantastic.
I didn't have anything against Michael Keaton. That's fine.
No, Keaton's fantastic. But this is the best of the bunch. Best of a bad bunch, I think.
Sure.
Everything's flowing much better. There's still major glaring issues that you can see, but I really enjoyed it. It was a fun movie.
Awesome. I think there was a lot of things wrong with the fact that, I mean, you can't blame him, but Zack Snyder left the film just after the movie had kind of finished production and it was going into pre-production. Then Joss Whedon took over and Joss decided that, some of this isn't going to work. Some executives apparently had seen it and said this isn't working at all. And he came back in and did some reshoots. And some of those reshoots this is a little bit of a spoiler, but if you don't know he's in the movie, then you're just crazy. But Superman is obviously in the movie. And those reshoots included Henry Cavill. And Henry Cavill at the time had a mustache.
Yes.
Mustache, however you say it. And legally, they couldn't get rid of it. So they had to bring in CGI for this thing to delete it. And my God, is it obvious?
It's terrible.
The opening of the movie is a sequence where Henry Cavill's talking, Superman, Clark Kent, is talking to screen. And they used a shot that doesn't have the mustache or has been digitally removed. Yes. And it's so obvious.
It's glaring. His lip is ridiculously thin. There's very little facial movements.
And
in
his
the
teeth
jaw.
are weird.
Yeah.
It's just really awkward. And stuff like that happens throughout the whole movie. And to open it up like that, I kind of just had this glaring thing where I would just notice the whole movie that this is a different bit. Anyway, look, the better part of this movie I quite enjoyed. Yeah. It was just the glaring issues that the different directors came in, but you can't blame them. No. Zack Snyder had family issues and family problems, which are massive, and that's cool. But overall, the movie was good.
Yeah.
I had issues with it. What were yours?
My issue is Snyder. I don't like Snyder's movies. I never will. Watchmen was terrible. 300, everything. He has the same glaring issues.
Dawn of the Dead.
No, didn't
You
like
hurt
it.
my feelings a lot in these reviews. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
Because I learn a lot about you in them, and you tell me things that I don't want to hear, and that's fine. It's your opinion. I don't agree, but it's your opinion.
But I just think his glossy, really muddy, murky tone.
There's a lot of confusing elements in what you just said, but I'll accept it. Glossy and muddy?
It's glossy and muddy. Everything's really shiny and CGI'd. It just doesn't. It doesn't blend well. It doesn't mix well. It's glaringly obvious that it's fake. Steppenwolf himself. For someone being such a big bad, and it concerns me when Darkseid's going to come in eventually. Yeah. He looked atrocious. He looked like Ares from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was not good at all.
No, I mean, you've gone with Steppenwolf. If you've seen the trailer, you've probably seen him close with his face. His face is very human. Yeah. It's very organic and human, but it's not. It's alien. Why didn't they just make it like a bit of prosthetics? Like, rather than making it CGI, just make it prosthetics. Like, there's no reason for him to be CGI other than him being, 8 foot tall. But, they did Gandalf in Lord of the Rings 10 years ago. Why can't we do this now? Why are we using CGI when we don't need to? And that put me off too, I agree. What about comedy? I mean, this movie was hilarious. I mean, well, to a degree. I mean, we had The Flash, and he is a really funny character, Barry Allen. What do you think?
I loved it. Whedon, you can tell his humour straight away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It seemed awkward at times when... Obviously with the reshoots,
forced,
but it was a breath of fresh air into an otherwise gloomy and murky
world. I think the relationship that Flash has with all the different characters is really hilarious. I love a lot of the sequences with him in the movie, and I think he actually made the movie, and without him in it, I don't think it would be the same film. Ben Affleck is also really good as Batman. Wonder Woman is, of course, amazing as Wonder Woman. Sorry, Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot is amazing as Wonder Woman, of course.
She is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, of course she is. And Jason Momoa is awesome as Aquaman.
What about Cyborg?
That's where I was going.
Oh, that's where you were going.
I didn't like him. He brought nothing to the movie. The set is being disabled behind us. That's fine. That's right.
But in the meantime, I need to just pat you on the back.
Yeah.
I hate Cyborg with a passion.
Great, he's a stupid character.
He is a stupid
I
character.
would have preferred Martian Manhunter in this, but no, we didn't get that. We got the new 52 version with Cyborg.
Mopey Cyborg.
Mopey Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, I died and now I've been brought back in my mechanical suit and I'm so upset about it.
This monster.
Dude, you can like go on the internet. Imagine how much like porn and stuff that guy could do without anyone knowing.
But he doesn't have
He has
the
a great
appendage.
life. He doesn't, but he could make one, I'm sure. Because remember, he had feeling in his toes, right?
Yeah,
So surely he would have feeling somewhere. We're getting a
Japanese
little
one.
bit weird, but I liked it nonetheless.
Cyborg was really weird.
Yeah, he was a
just-
very mopey character, and I don't
Yeah.
think these movies, when they're like a big team, need it. I think like Thor Ragnarok really worked because you had Thor, and everyone was just trying to be silly. They were like a bit goofy, and they were fun. And this movie just had old Cyborg being mopey all the time, and he was a very prominent character. He was in a lot.
Yeah. He was actually useful. Normally he just sits at the watchtower doing absolute stuff all.
Yeah. What was your best part of the movie, without spoiling anything for people?
Oh, post-credit scene. There's two. Just
Oh my
keep your eye out.
god, the second post-credit scene is noteworthy.
Yep.
We can't spoil it, but stay for the end of the credits, please. It is one of the best end credit sequences probably I've ever seen. Anything that Marvel does, it beats and destroys. This is unreal. It's setting up something, and it's going to set up something amazing. I can't wait to see where it's going. But my favorite bit was, I mean, as we said, Superman's obviously in the film.
Yes.
Was the connection he made with Flash, and their repertoire between each other was absolutely great.
Yeah.
And Superman is Superman in this movie. He's bright, he's colorful, he's happy.
Justice, hope, truth, the American
everything
way.
that he needs
He's
to
everything.
be.
Bright, big blue Boy Scout.
And I think it's the Superman that Joss Whedon made, and not that Zack Snyder made.
No, you could tell there was color scheme differences.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, what was your worst part then?
My aside from Cyborg, my worst part was probably the opening. The start.
yeah.
The start was really slow.
It was very trailerish.
Yeah, we did a lot of the things that happened in the start were in the initial trailers, so
Yeah.
I kind of felt like we were just retreading old ground.
Yeah, I completely
And
agree. Yeah.
they could have gotten to the point more. And actually didn't think Momoa was as good as Aquaman that I thought he was going to be.
Come on, man, this guy is. No one wants to see this Aquaman.
He didn't talk to fish.
True, he didn't do any kind of
He
fish
did nothing.
thing. Yeah,
He did nothing.
He did
The
nothing of
trident didn't do
Aquaman that would normally do. You're right. A very good point. I didn't really think about it too much, but you make a very good point. My worst part was the CGI over Clark Kent and Superman's lips. It was so obvious, and I couldn't help but see it every time it happened. And there was other things that this happened too, like the Flash's Ezra Miller. He had a different haircut every reshot.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck must have gained weight because every shot that he was in, he was fatter, and that's fine.
And his hair went grey.
Nothing. Yeah, and his hair went really grey. So I don't know. I guess there's nothing really they could have done, but it was just so obvious that it pulled me out of the film every time, and that's why I didn't like that part of the movie. So, is it any good?
I'm going to say yes. For what it is, don't go in looking for a really deep plot. Steppenwolf talked about mother boxes and kind of stuff that if you're not a comic fan or a New Gods fan, Kirby fan, you wouldn't have a clue what's going on. But it is a really fun romp of a movie.
It is fun.
It's really enjoyable.
Look, it's barely going to get a yes from me, but it gets over the line with a lot of the comedy and the action sequences in it. It does a lot better than what Batman v Superman did with that kind of action.
Yeah.
It's poos and shits all over Suicide Squad, but it probably not as good as Wonder Woman. It's in the same line, and I didn't love Wonder Woman either, but it's good. It's worthwhile seeing it, and I would definitely check it out in the cinema. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Trent.
And we'll check you out next time we're at the cinema.
See you soon.